Edgar Allan Poe is America's foremost writer of tales of terror. Poe never actually wrote a ghost story, though most people think he did. However, his stories are macabre enough, and coupled with his own troubled life and mysterious death, he has inspired ghostly tales. In late September 1849, Poe, who had been living in Richmond, Virginia, traveled up to Baltimore, Maryland, where he had also lived. According to one account, he attended a birthday party in Baltimore, took one glass of wine for a toast, left the party, and disappeared. The next 5 days are a complete blank. On October 3rd, he was found wandering the streets, mumbling incoherently. He was also wearing someone else's ill-fitting clothes. Poe was taken to the Church Home Hospital in Baltimore, where he died without ever regaining his senses. He was never able to tell people what had happened. Some people believe that Poe was an alcoholic. He certainly had a drinking problem, but it may have been due to an inborn inability to tolerate even small amounts of alcohol. The most obvious explanation for this disappearance is that he just got drunk and wandered off. There is another story that about a year before his death, he was diagnosed as having some sort of brain injury, and that he did not have long to live. A more exotic explanation has to do with the election that was being held in Baltimore at the time of Poe's disappearance. It was said that a drunken or drugged Poe was dragged from one polling place to another so that he could vote many times. We must resign ourselves to the fact that we will never know what happened to one of America's greatest and most influential writers. Poe was buried behind the Westminster Presbyterian Church in Baltimore. There is a marker which commemorates the spot. Later, his remains were moved to the Poe family plot in the same churchyard. Those are the known facts. Now, the ghost. The figure of a man dressed in black, early 19th century clothes has been seen staggering through the streets of the old section of Baltimore, much as Poe might have done before his final and fatal days. The same figure has been reported in the corridors of the hospital where he died. Visitors have reported the spectral figure of Poe in the Westminster Presbyterian churchyard, both near his original grave and his final resting place. But most of the ghostly reports come from the Poe house in Baltimore. Poe lived in many different places, but for several years lived with his relatives in a small house at 203 North Amity Street. The house has been restored as an historical monument and museum to commemorate the writer. A large number of visitors have reported sensing the presence of the ghost, and a few have said they actually saw a ghostly figure. The reputation of the Poe house for being haunted is so strong, it is said that the street gangs which abound in this poor and run-down neighborhood just stay away from it. Then there is the mysterious person dressed in black who every January 19th, the anniversary of Poe's death, places a bunch of roses and a bottle of brandy on the writer's